Guess who's in Cyprus? Vacation, we had a bad experience with a rude and arrogant taxi driver. The problem is that they don't have a prepaid taxi service in Cyprus, so you pretty much have to just trust whatever this man is gonna tell you. Anywho, we switched taxis and the beautiful sunshine and the view of those windmills put us right back on our holiday mood. We stayed in Elias Beach Hotel in Limassol. The service was splendid and the staff were helpful and polite. I have a more in-depth review on TripAdvisor. We took a room with a view to die for. Waking up to a view so splendid is just what we were hoping for. We just reached our hotel room, I think it's about 4 p.m. and we're gonna be here for a few days. So as soon as we reached our room, we just changed out into our clothes. We just had to get out immediately. Just take a look at that. Wow. The place is absolutely gorgeous. Beautiful. One of those balconies, I think the one right at the corner, that one is ours. Yeah, just exploring the hotel today. And the climate, let me tell you, it's really comfortable, 30 degrees Celsius. So it's just perfect. Perfectness. Clearly, I'm at a loss for words of how pretty this place is. A little too much for us to take in. There's something calming about listening to the waves gently crash against the shores. After having a quick tour of the resort, we headed to the pool and chilled for a while and got ready for dinner. Dinner was really fun because we danced the traditional Cyprus dance with the entertainers that the hotel provided. Good morning. It's a beautiful sunny beach. It's about 8 a.m. Just woke up, planning on getting out. Have some breakfast first. The sound of water, beautiful. Oh, nobody's out yet. So everybody gets out late, huh? Just had our breakfast. It was amazing. We stuffed ourselves with all of the sausages and salami and cheese and eggs and all of that. So now we're just taking a walk around the resort. Yep, so look at that view. Gorgeous view. We decided to go to Paphos today. Since we're short on time, we decided to take a taxi instead of catching a tour bus. As we were driving down the picturesque roads, it looked like it came out of a calendar. We came across plenty of orange orchards. Oranges, mandarins, grapefruits, all of those things. Can we go and pluck oranges? I requested if we could get in and check out the orchard, and he obliged. I can see the orange. Yeah. This is so cool. Later, we saw the farmer and we took permission from him to pick a few oranges. How do you pluck it out? And he said, take a whole bag. Well, so we did.
It's very nice for juice. The morning you make one glass.
The best part was that Mr. Pampos, our driver, was super cute and chatty.
Find what you like. Olive oil, fresh.
Yes. Hello. Hello. How are you? We just bought some fresh strawberries. Fresh and organic. Next up on our list is Colossi Castle. I'm a little embarrassed because everybody's looking at me because they find it awkward that I'm standing with a stick and a camera and talking to myself. But anyways, we are at the Colossi Castle right now. I've got a brochure right here and let's find out what it is about. It's a castle right behind me, right there. Colossi Castle is a former Crusader stronghold on the edge of Colossi village. It was originally built in 1210, but the present castle was built in 1454. Must have been some courtyard or something. This is an image of the crucifix that dates back to the 15th century. So it is believed that this room could have been used for prayer. It was really fascinating going through the 3 floors of a 500-year-old castle. And the best part was when we reached the roof. The view from the roof of the entire village and the vineyards and the gardens and the orchards was just too beautiful. Next on the itinerary, we went to see an old archaeological site, Kato Paphos Archaeological Park. Now if I butchered that name, well, I'm not Greek. What you're seeing now used to be an old communal bath area that was built probably in 1 or 2 AD. Even back then, you could get warm, lukewarm, or even cold water here to take a bath. And then I got distracted by that view.
No, we also want to fly.
Hi. You don't have to fly.
No, we don't have.
Yeah, you have to...
You have to study?
Yes, of course.
Oh, you can't just simply fly.
Walking through and enjoying more ruins, precious archaeological sites. We wish to have one day to enjoy the beach and do all of the beach activities, but we really didn't have the time, so we chose to see all of the archaeological places in Cyprus instead. This amphitheater that you can see behind me, it was made 2,000 years ago. Can you imagine all the artists and the singers that have stood right there 2,000 years ago and entertained the number of crowds? I mean, just the history tied to this place is just mind-boggling. The place looked like a scene stolen from a beautiful romantic Bollywood movie. I just had to try and enact one of my favorite scenes. Well, turns out it's not that easy. I have a newfound level of respect for Deepika Padukone now. That was not romantic.
That was despicable. എന്നിട്ട് കോഴി ഓടുന്ന പോലെ ഇങ്ങോട്ടാണ്. Very nice.
Now we're standing right in the middle of Sanctuary of Apollo. This was built somewhere in the 1st century AD, something like that. And people who touched the altar of Apollo was thrown into the sea. And those are the ruins from the altar of Apollo. So majestic, right? Continuing on our way to Paphos, sometimes by the beach, sometimes on a hill, we happen to discuss about our love for horses. So, Mr. Pampos, our driver, took us to a horse riding place, just to take a look at those horses. Oh, Joda. He has a jacket.
He has a jacket.
And at the end of the road was this uncommercialized, empty little beach with little soft pebbles as its sand and mountains by its side. We drank up all that we could, the view, not the water, you know, and hopped back into our car. We stopped at this point that offers us the most glorious view of the rock of Aphrodite. According to Greek mythology, this is where she was born. Mr. Pampos plucked a few raw almonds for us and ordered us to eat. So we ate.
You see the nails?
Yeah.
Don't touch, okay? I will bring the knife. I cut one for you.
And then he told us that the fruits of the cactus plant are edible and tasty. And we were like, what? He tried looking for a ripe fruit, but since the season was over, we couldn't find one. Wonder what it tastes like. And do you remember what I told you about the roses in Cyprus? In my Cyprus haul? I'll leave that link down below. Look at these beauties. Doesn't this look like the cover of a fairy tale book? My dad always complained that I lived a little fairy tale life. He was like, snap out, get into reality. Right now it's around noontime and Mr. Pampos took us to this gorgeous place. By now the sun started bothering me, it started getting a little hot. By the way, I'm sensitive to sun, guys. I get terrible migraine when I'm exposed to sun all day. My migraine had really kicked in and I couldn't concentrate to Mr. Pampos or ask him questions about where we are and what we're doing here or any of that.
The sanctuaries flourished throughout Cyprus. 7 meters, without a roof, but with colonnades on the north and south sides.
It was beautiful and out of this world, alright. But to this date, I have no idea what this is. So if you know where we are standing right now, sound off in the comments below and let me know, please. Okay, how did that place now? We were starving, so we walked down to have some traditional Cyprus meal from one of the many inviting restaurants. By the way, the cats would just flock next to me wherever I went. Don't ask me what we had. All I knew is it was delicious. There were kebabs and fries and stew. After that fulfilling and relaxing lunch, we made our way to the famous tombs of the king. We really didn't have much control over where we were going. Mr. Pampos just did the decision making for us. The Tombs of the King is a large ancient cemetery. It is a UNESCO World Heritage Center. Pretty cool, huh? The underground tombs, many of which date back to the 4th century BC, are carved out of solid rock and are thought to have been the burial sites of aristocrats and high officials up to 3rd century AD. It was fun to walk through and explore these tombs. Kind of creepy, but fun. None of the kings were actually buried here, but just because they're all like the rich and famous, it's just called the Tomb of the Kings. That's scary. That's really creepy. The tombs imitated the house of the living. The best part about the site was the peaceful and oddly romantic ambience. Don't call me weird. This looks like the forbidden cave. In my mind, this is what it looks like.
The tree of life.
It smells like pee. But the breeze, the chirpy birds, the serene landscape was all romantic. Or maybe I'm just a hopeless romantic. We sat and enjoyed all of what nature could offer us at Paphos and took it all in with gratitude. Then Mr. Pampos drove us to the house of Dionysos. We ran away to the marina to enjoy the little souvenir shops and cafes while he looked away. I mean, he just wanted to take us to all of these archaeological places and we wanted to like run away and have a little bit of cafe life as well. Please excuse my hair, it was windy and it was cold and we've got the beach. I just overheard a lady who said, she's talking to herself, yeah? But anyways, yeah. This is a bunch of restaurants and street markets. Really chilled out and laid back. We walked and walked until we discovered another beautiful castle. I'm telling you, this place is crawling with castles. By the way, St. Paul was here. This is the Paphos Harbour Castle and it was originally built as a fort to protect the harbour. And then we sat and enjoyed the sunset by the beach. Mr. Pampos found us shortly and redirected us to the house of Dionysus. We were tired and reluctant, but he insisted saying that it is a must visit. We walked around the area for a while, enjoyed the breathtaking beauty. I'm telling you, this place looked like it was all taken out of a beautiful calendar. At this restored Roman villa, visitors can see the mosaic decorations and mythological compositions dating back to the 2nd century AD. The house is given the name because of the many depictions of Dionysus, who is the god of wine. The house most probably belonged to a member of the ruling Roman class or to a really wealthy citizen of Paphos. Mosaic is the art of creating images with an assemblage of small pieces of pebbles. Before heading back to our hotel, we of course had to stop by and buy some delicious Cyprus sweets. The Cyprus Delight, remember from my haul? And this little shop, named Aphrodite in Paphos, was established in 1895.
Indication of protected geographical area. So this product is allowed only to be made here.
Fast forward to dinner time. We had a very, very long day. We freshened up and we wound up our wonderful day with a little bit of entertainment that our hotel had to offer. I mean, we had no energy to go back out again. That's it for today. I shall see you in my next one.